Good morning, fanatics. Welcome to Flow with the Markets, Wednesday, 21st of February, Wednesday. Let's have a look how the market is doing. And just to spoil it out for you, it is choppy and it is bad. So, of course, let's jump into the video and see what we could be doing today and for the rest of the week. All right, so of course, just to start with, we're of course gonna start with a dollar. And as we mentioned in the weekly outlook, the highlight of this week was the FOMC meeting minutes. Now, again, this is I got told that the FOMC meeting minutes is just like of a transcript, so it doesn't really have a lot of value because what has already happened, pretty much investors and traders already know it. But still, it's gonna act as a smoke screen for a potential move because again on Monday we didn't have much. We had a bank holiday. Tuesday yesterday we didn't have USD news and the market just popped. Like yesterday it was a very big pop up and down, and then today we have that USD news that is potentially going to actually show us where the market wants to go, so we can very confidently trade tomorrow, on Thursday and on Friday, because tomorrow we have 100 PMIs. Right here we have Euro PMI, we have GBP PMI, we have Canadian retail sales, and we have unemployment claims and PMIs for the US. So tomorrow it is going to be huge. And I do believe tomorrow is when we're actually going to be reaching the potential liquidity targets for this week. And then potentially on Friday, if there is something that is left untapped or something like this, we could potentially make a move. But the main focus is going to be tomorrow. So let's see what is happening so far. DXY, again, we're coming in from that weekly imbalance. We came up, we took out that weekly high, and we didn't really close above it. We didn't really push above it, but we very nicely, again, rejected from that monthly zone. So again, the question is, what is happening this week? Dropping onto the daily time frame, first of all, let me see, we started the week, here. So we had that daily bullish imbalance coming in. That was immediately followed by a very massive bearish candle, pretty much closing the imbalance. And then again, you can see 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, you don't see the market pushing up. So I concluded so as I was doing the analysis on Monday for my team, I did conclude that this daily low is potentially weak. Why? Well, because again, it pushed up, it tried to pull back, it fails to continue going higher, right? So this low then potentially becomes weak. And we took it out on Tuesday, right? But look at how Tuesday closed. It's not a very clean, nice body candle close below that low. It wicked it out very nicely. And look at how today is going. I intentionally waited. This is around 1 hour and 10 minutes into London Open to see what is going on. And right now we're starting it does look like a reversal to me, right? So then we drop to the hourly time frame and things get interesting here. Because again, look at the market. So massive chop, massive move up, massive move down. Chop, right here again, move down, move up. Like, what the hell? When are you gonna start moving? I have no idea. I haven't taken a trade for a week and a half right now, and it starts feeling like, am I doing something right? Is it me? Is it the market? Is it my strategy? Should I change something? Should I look for some new type of setups? And that is exactly where you pretty much go wrong. You change the strategy, you try to adapt to the market, while all you need to do is just wait. Wait for that high probability markets to come in, wait for the market to start trending on the daily, and then it's going to be easy. Meanwhile, at times like this is where potentially you can blow your account, you can enter into a drawdown, you can enter into a very negative mindset and mind frame, and then you pretty much goes all the way down. Now, on the hourly time frame, we had a very nice break yesterday. Also, another confluence that we have is that we have a very nice hourly imbalance going lower. The market did pull back a little bit. It tries to push up. So this morning I told my team, well, this low is going to be weak because this low failed to cause a new, this high failed to cause a new low. So it potentially becomes weak. And right now we're taking it out with very, very, very big steam. So right now the key resistance area is going to be that imbalance to potentially see, okay, is the market right now going to reject on this hourly candle and also prevent a new hourly imbalance from forming? Because, for example, here, when this candle closes in 2 hours and 40 minutes and then in another 4 hours, we are potentially going to have a bullish imbalance here on the 4H. If that happens, then I will then potentially say that that high could potentially become weak. if a bullish imbalance does not print here, then we could, so that is going to mean that this candle is going to close, and then the next candle is going to push all the way down to close this gap. Then I could say, well, okay, then maybe potentially we can go down. So again, guys, it's all about the flow. And I wanted to do the analysis tomorrow, but tomorrow is like Thursday. The market is like, it's already throughout the end of the week. And I also want to focus on trading tomorrow. So today, just coming in here to tell you about all the scenarios and to also tell you to wait for the FOMC tonight. And also we have to wait. So this is around 3 hours and then another 4 hours. So we're going to wait 7 hours to see if there is going to be a new fall imbalance going higher, because that is, according to me, going to dictate whether we're going to go higher or lower. Now, of course, you can refine on the hourly time frame, and you can see the hourly time frame kind of pushed lower. It had a bearish structure overall. It had a bearish imbalance here. The market tapped in disrespect, and right now we're very massively popping up, creating also a bullish 1 hour imbalance here. So what I see this morning is that order flow is shifting bullish, but again, it's not confirmed. Daily time frame is absolutely choppy. It took out this daily low and it's rejecting, which is a bullish sign. Then you go to the hourly time frame, it's bearish with a bearish imbalance. So again, that is a bearish sign. Then you go to the hourly, it's bullish, and that is where you get confused. So once again, wait for all the time frames to align, or at least wait for like the daily and the hourly time frame to align. Because if the daily is giving us bullish sign in the form of this liquidity grab, and then the hourly time frame gives us a bullish imbalance and preferably even a bullish structure, then we can potentially say, all right, we're bullish. But right now, the market could react from this hourly zone. It can pull back. It can start chopping again until FOMC and until tomorrow. So again, long story short, wait. Euro USD, let's have a look on the weekly time frame again. We tapped into that weekly imbalance. We took out the low. That is good. So this weekly imbalance is no longer relevant. Then we drop on the daily time frame, and we even expected this to be weak at the start of the week. So even in the weekly outlook. And again, you can see we had fall imbalances going higher. From the low, trend change higher, tap, very nice push, tap, very nice push. And then here, pretty much we opened the week right here. I was thinking we are going to get a bullish imbalance, then to potentially go for that high. But Monday was a bank holiday, absolute chop. And then on Tuesday, it just opened and pinged, took out the high. So there was a trade that I really wanted to take, but as soon as this high got taken, I didn't want to engage anymore. Unfortunately, the trade was provided here exactly after that high was taken. So I didn't really hesitate. I just thought it's not a high probability because I wanted to trade into that high. But as it got taken, then I said, all right, I'm going to skip. Now, what do we have right now? We have a very nice bullish hourly structure, and we have two imbalances. The first one is already failing. So there is the first one, the upper one, that I think the market should have respected. It came in, reacted, and right now where is it going? It's going for the second one, which we're just tapping in right now. So again, similar to the DXY, are we going to have another bearish imbalance right now? So again, in 45 minutes, this candle is going to close. Then within the next 4 hours, we want to see the market reject and pull back like this and potentially cross this level. Because if we do not cross this level, then that is going to print a bearish imbalance. And then the market gets to get into a consolidation, and it's going to be 50-50. Is it sells or is it buys, right? So I could potentially look right now for potential entries, for 15-minute shifts, for hourly shifts from here. But again, I would just prefer to wait for that FOMC, let it do its thing, and then trade tomorrow. So again, it's not very good as well, because I thought my team this morning that we could have a daily imbalance being created right here. But looking at how price is looking like, it's very likely not going to do it if it just doesn't reverse from here, and we're going to have a very, very, very tiny little imbalance. Now, again, I look at imbalances in terms of momentum. So if I have daily bullish imbalances, great, momentum is up. But we're not having any sort of imbalances on the daily. So guess what? The market is chopping around. But this is what we have right now. Bullish structure, bullish order flow on the hourly time frame. We just have to wait 4 hours right now to see how the next hourly candle is going to go. Because if it forms an imbalance here, then that is not a good sign, and I'm definitely not going to trade and wait for tomorrow. GU is also absolutely choppy. Yeah, just look on the daily. Like, this one is very bad on the, like, I'm just look at this. Like, it's been very long time. It's been like since December we are just chopping. January did nothing. February is also doing nothing. Not sure what is he waiting for, but again, just not good. Daily time frame yesterday, very nice pop up, very massive rejection. So that does not give me a lot of confidence for potential longs. Unlike EU, GU had only one imbalance here that it retested overnight. It tried to hold, it failed. Then, of course, that low becomes liquidity. And as this liquidity gets taken, then we can, of course, expect some upside. But looking at how this candle is printing, I don't have a lot of confidence that it's going to hold. So if we have a 4-hourly imbalance created going lower, that is going to be created in 4 hours and 42 minutes. When this 4-hourly candle closes, and then the next candle opens and closes, if we have a bearish imbalance here, I think for tomorrow it could be an easy path towards this low. And if this market right now starts rejecting and potentially closes that imbalance, then potentially we can say that it could go long. So again, guys, it's all about that flow. It doesn't make a lot of sense for us to forecast, which is why some Instagram posts that I did this week, forecasting doesn't make sense. Because again, yesterday I say, all right, falling imbalance going higher, longs, I'm long bias, market is going for this high. But in this morning, I opened the charts, the market already responded from this 4-hourly zone. 50-minute was looking like crap. In the morning here, it took out the Asian low, didn't really align structure, it kind of tried to push, and then it started dropping. So guess what? I'm no longer long bias. So my forecast just didn't make any sense. So again, keeping it short, waiting 40 minutes for this candle to close, then waiting another 4 hours to see if we have an imbalance, and then potentially tomorrow, that could be a short signal. AU, so yeah, we just came in, we took out the high, and then I was expecting upside, which is going pretty good, honestly. We did have a very nice setup this morning, but again, you can see on the daily, we're not creating imbalances higher. So that is not good. 4-hourly time frame, we had a very nice break of structure paired with a very nice imbalance tapped in. It showed us a sign that it wants to go higher. It was almost going to form also a new 4-hourly imbalance here, but this candle invalidated everything. So right now we could potentially even say that similar to the rest of the pairs, that low could become liquidity. What I also really did like is that from that 4-hourly zone, we had an hourly imbalance going higher. And to me, that high and this high were very, very, very clear targets. And there was a setup that I mentioned to my team in the morning. As I was doing the morning analysis, I didn't really scan through AU, but there was a great 5-minute trend change, and you can potentially enter from here, stop loss below, target the highs. But again, you can see that it actually didn't follow through. So that just proves that the market is shitty and it doesn't make sense. 4-hourly is bullish, hourly is bullish, looking very good, but the market doesn't follow through. So right now, I don't know. Again, guys, we have to wait for here. It does make sense to me that if the market didn't push up from here, then this low becomes weak. So if you can find like a potential short right now on the hourly time frame, which you do not have, I guess it's just waiting game. It's purely waiting game. Now, look at NU. Friday, 4-hourly imbalance with a break of structure, just pinged it on the open and went straight for that daily hype. So that forecast right here is textbook, but doesn't matter the forecast. I didn't take the trade. So again, my forecast is useless. I hope some of you did take it. Coming in again, very nice 4-hourly imbalance. We have one above here. The market follows through, makes another not very nice break of structure, closed precisely with the wick above. And then we had this 4-hourly imbalance, which is essentially where I have my alert. You can see, which I'm probably going to remove right now because I'm no longer interested. And we're right now about to form probably even another 4-hourly imbalance. That is going to make things interesting here. So I'm going to monitor NU for potential longs. But on the daily, it's looking a little bit high. It's also going to form a daily imbalance today, potentially. That makes NU the highest probability pair that I've seen so far. So let's monitor it. Could actually offer a long even today. After this 4-hourly candle closes, we're going to have a 4-hourly imbalance. So if the market, of course, comes back in, taps, and then it goes, it's going to be good. It could, of course, just continue higher because we already have a very nice wick. And you can see the hourly time frame is already starting to reject. But overall, not looking great. We'll prefer to wait for the FOMC and then strike. Let's have a look at GOAT. I haven't looked at GOAT at all. So we had that daily bearish imbalance, but then we said, I do believe we did say that because there is Friday's close, it already got engulfed. And I told you that this high is liquidity. Okay, nice. Nice to see this one happening. And then I told you to look for 4-hourly signs. There is a 4-hourly imbalance, didn't tap. There is another 4-hourly imbalance here, nicely held. There is another 4-hourly imbalance here, nicely held. All right, gold. Well, this is the time when I usually say, oh, I should be trading gold. No, I should not. I'm trading EU, GU, and a couple of other majors. That's my plan. So again, just because gold developed very nicely this week doesn't mean that I should trade gold. So right now on gold, as we took out that high as liquidity, you are done. If you took a long here on Monday, good. If you took a long here on Wednesday early, good. That's it. Daily high is taken. So right now we have to wait and see what is going on. We don't have any more bullish imbalances on the 4-hourly time frame. There is a very sharp, strong liquidity gap above this high. So right now we can do anything. We could just pull back. We can start expanding lower, or of course we can start expanding higher. So on gold, there is nothing I can say. It's already done. One move, two moves, it's done right now. So we have to wait for FOMC to wait to see if we're going to expand lower or if we're going to expand higher. And also preferably start forming some daily imbalances. We had one right here that further suggested upside. That is very good. Monday formed a daily imbalance, but right now we don't have anything else. So again, we have to wait. Here's the JPY. I'm still waiting for something. Same analysis remains. You can see we haven't moved. I just take my arrows and I move them here. All right. Nothing on this one. EJ, I was looking for a daily imbalance. It didn't form. And as this one didn't form, I immediately lost interest. It's very high. It's taking liquidity as well. Today, it could form another daily imbalance. So potentially to be looking at tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a lot of Euro PMIs. But we have to see. 4-hourly time frame had that imbalance. Tries to push. It actually did. It actually did take out the high from that 4-hourly imbalance, but it developed in a very, very, very shitty way. Very shitty way. So I don't like it. I don't like it. EJ and GJ even worse. GJ is even worse. Like daily time frame, look at the daily. Like 4 days of complete chop. And the 4-hourly time frame is just nonsense. You could come in right there, but you're going to overtrade and you're going to spot a lot of things that are just bad. So again, don't trade it. I mean, sorry, this was the hourly. Broke up, no imbalance is higher. No imbalance is higher here. No imbalance is lower. Nothing. Indices. I am waiting for something very precise, which is a daily imbalance going lower that is potentially going to form today. Now we have a little bit of a market structure shift here. The market made a higher low. It tried to push. It failed. Guess what? This low is weak. And if today this daily imbalance is actually successfully formed, I am going short tomorrow on the indices. Of course, guys, everything could change. Just because I say I'm short bias now doesn't mean tomorrow I'm not going to take a long. Okay? But this is my analysis on SPX. Starting to give us a little bit of a bearish sign. Same exact thing with NASDAQ. NASDAQ was actually pretty good because we had this imbalance already from last week. We formed a very nice imbalance here with a break of structure. And on Tuesday, we tapped in early during the morning. We reacted, but then New York Stock Exchange came back in and then it still took out the target. So very good. That is very, very, very good to see. Now, again, today, I'm looking for that daily imbalance to be created. Unfortunately, unlike SPX, this one already took out the low. So on this one, like the next target is going to be potentially that weekly low. But again, we still have to see that order flow established. Look at here also. This is, oh, that's a detail that I didn't spot really. Okay. We have a daily imbalance here. Tap, reacting in another one. So this right now to me confirms the order flow because we also have a structure breakdown there. That order flow is bearish. So very likely tomorrow, if of course that daily imbalance is created, I'm going to be going short on the indices. SPX and NASDAQ looking pretty good. NASDAQ is a little bit more bearish. Right, SPX, however, has a very clear target towards this low. So, let's see. DAX is absolutely crap. It has this daily imbalance. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, doing nothing. 4-hourly time frame looks horrendous. Hourly time frame is even more horrendous. So again, not looking at this, focusing on the US indices. And yeah, US 30 is not looking good. Had this daily imbalance. Monday bank holiday, Tuesday taps, Wednesday today it looks like it's going to break below it. It does not set up for a daily bearish imbalance, so I would very much prefer to be trading NASDAQ and SPX. And pretty much that's it, guys. That is it. Wait for the FOMC today, and it's very key to be waiting for a couple of things. It's very key to be waiting for those 4-hourly imbalances right now, because daily imbalances are very likely not going to form on Forex, right? So we have to wait for those 4-hourly ones. Look at here right now on the DXY, we're going to be respecting a 1-hourly imbalance. If we continue going higher and if we form a 4-hourly one, that is going to be a very bullish sign, which means that we're going to go bearish on EU and bearish on GU. But now within the next 4 hours, if the market starts respecting, pulling back and actually going higher and starting to close this gap here, then that could mean bullish sign and we can go long from here. So I have 2 scenarios pretty much on EU and GU. We just have to wait. And the rest of the pairs, they're just not good. NZUSD is something that I could observe, but it's not ideal. Gold took the liquidity and pretty much waiting for tomorrow, in which we could potentially look to be shorting the indices as well. So Fanatics, that is for me. I hope you are staying patient this week. I hope you're overall staying patient because the market is very, 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 very choppy. And again, as I always say, next week is going to be better. Tomorrow is going to be better. We always show up with hope that the market is going to provide. If it doesn't provide, we take a loss, we move on. If it does provide, we take a win, we still move on. That is trading. It's a waiting game. It's patience game. Not every day is a trading day. Not every day is a winning day. You have to accept that. And yeah. Talk to you on Saturday. Let's hope tomorrow will move. If you have any questions, always let me know.